Hey, morning folks, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing well, and we've got a delightful little recipe for you today. So something a little bit different for you guys and gals to try, very simple, very straightforward. Doing, instead of sausage and mash, about fish, sausage and mash. So pretty much, obviously we're not having gravy with it. We're going to be doing ourselves the fish sausage, which is really straightforward, very easy. You don't need casings or anything, just blend it up. We've got a little bit of cod, or you can even use tilapia for a cheaper option, with some salmon and also some shrimp in there. We're going to get some beautiful flavors in there, some citrus, so some lemon zest, lime zest, also a little bit of parsley and some herbs in that. So I'm going to blend that down, turn it into a nice little sausage. I'm going to wrap it up nice and tight in cling film, and then we're going to boil it. And then after we finish boiling it, we're going to cut it open and I'm going to sear it in the pan. Finish it with some butter, lemon juice, capers and parsley. Over the top with some creamy mashed potato, and pretty much finished with your choice of veggies. I've gone for sprouts today, but whether you want to go for something else like broccoli or something, that's absolutely fine. So the first thing we want to do is get the fish out. So we've got the shrimp. We've got 8 ounces of shrimp to 25 grams. So we've got 290 grams or 0.86 pounds of fresh cod. We also got 200 grams of salmon as well to go in there. We're going to take all the skins. It's all deboned. We're going to blend that all together with 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of parsley, half a zest of lime, half a zest of lemon, and a bit of pinch of salt, a bit of pepper, and then obviously 1 grated garlic clove in there as well. So is there any, I don't feel like there's any bones in here, so basically you just want to run your finger across just to have a little feel on the sides as well. There's no bones in there at all, so we can just chop this straight up. Right, so what I'm going to do is just cut this into little cubes. Don't have to go too specific with this, just chopping it up. And straight in the blender. Right, just getting a bit of kitchen roll just to make sure, because obviously we've got some frozen cod here. We just want to make sure we dab out the excess moistures, shall we say. And we're pretty much going to slice it up exactly like the salmon. Make sure there's no little bones in there. Just running your finger across the top here where the bones should be, on the sides. If you can't feel any kind of rough edges or anything like that, then you know the bones are clear. So, right, so just cut that straight in half into little pieces. What I'm going to do is just very lightly, just roughly just chop this up. Nothing so specific. So I'm obviously going to blend it down. Right, sorry, I want 1 egg as well to help this bind together. So 1 egg is going in. Right, a little bit of lemon zest with our microplane. Perfect. We want 1 garlic clove. I'm going to grate down as well in there, and then we're going to blend it up. Oh, parsley as well. 3 tablespoons of parsley. Slice of rooney. Right, parsley's going in. Starting to kind of pull together. It's like a nice little farce. So that's what you're kind of pretty much looking for. I'm not going to blend it too much more. Also, if you want to have more chunks and less farce, you could leave some of the shrimp out, cut it smaller, blend this up, and then add the shrimp afterwards. So you got little chunks of shrimp in there if you want to. So you know you got options to play around with this if you want to. And you can see that's pretty bound together. It's not really going anywhere, is it? So this is looking good. We're just going to chill it to firm it up even further. Put a little bit of cling film on that. We'll pop that in the fridge for about half an hour, just to kind of firm up while we do the washing up, and we'll get the sprouts prepped up next, I think. So taking the ends off to begin with, and then what we're going to do is just crisscross them with a knife. And the reason why we want to crisscross the sprouts is so the sprout actually cooks evenly, because the bottom of it, the root, is quite thick. So by opening it up, the water can get inside and actually cook it nice and evenly from top to bottom. So that's why we crisscross the sprouts. What says? Oh, potatoes. Sorry, chap. So we're going to get 2 large russet, or if you're in the UK, Maris Piper potatoes. These ones are pretty big, so maybe 3 potatoes, but you know, this will be more than enough. Let's peel these down. Perfect. We also want to get a milk and butter mixture ready as well. So before we do that, actually, before I put the potatoes on, just leave that for a second. Because we won't actually want to start cooking the fish and roll the fish as well. So I'm going to wait for the potatoes. They're not quite ready to go on yet. So let me get these sprouts cooked off. Then we're going to get a pan of, what's it called? Pan of water on, sorry, for the fish sausages. And hopefully they'll be rolled very shortly. So while we're waiting for that, let's roll the sausages because we've had about 30 minutes now. So we're good to go. This is like really kind of like firmed up now. So it's actually going to be a lot easier to kind of roll. So we'll make sure we spread this out nicely. So what we're going to do is just cut this into 4. So we should get 4 good sized sausages out of it. Just pretty much grab yourself some water. Just lightly dab your hands with a little bit of water. And then you can shape it. And it won't stick to your hands. Or it shouldn't. So what you want to do is just very carefully pull that in nice and tight. And what you want to do is just roll it. Okay, so now you've rolled it nicely. It's nice good cylinder. Grab one of the ends, twist it, and then just pull it towards you. So it tightens up one of the ends. And then what you want to do is just very carefully tie a little knot in it. So you can see, and then just pull it nice and tight. And then do the same on the other side. And you should have a good cylinder or a good size kind of sausage ready to go. Now, if you're a little worried about the water seeping in, I guess you could wrap these in foil a little bit as well if you want to. So entirely up to you. It's optional. If you want to wrap them in foil, you can. But if you've tightened it nice and tight and you're confident, you can drop them in. You should be fine with it. For the mashed potato, we're going to need 100 ml of milk, which is going to be a half a cup, and a stick of butter, which is 113 grams. Which is 4 ounces. So we'll pop that into a little pan. Let's grab a stick of butter out now. Just pretty much pop this onto a low heat. So it's going to melt that down. Just kind of gently just cook it down slow and low. So then that should be good to go. So just keep an eye on it. Once it's done for about 15-20 minutes, then you can just set it aside, ready for your mashed potato later on. Sprouts are done. See, nice bright green. And they are nice and soft. They cook through nicely, so you can see. Perfect. So we're just going to throw those through. We're going to do some butter, parsley, and capers after the fish sausage comes out. Take that out, and then whatever residue's left over, we're going to chuck that in there, give them a little pinch of salt, and then finish them off later on near the end of the dish. So the water's boiling. So we're going to do for 25 minutes. Just pop down our little fish sausages, and you can see, look, they will float, right? So what we're going to do is just gently put your fingers, drop a plate down there, which is going to hold them in place, and then they're going to cook down for about 25 minutes. So got the 25-minute timer on. Had a little feel of them, and they feel perfect, but some of them are split a little bit, the cling film, so I do recommend wrapping them in foil as well to really hold it together. So I'll change it on my recipe tonight to make sure you wrap these in foil. But it's just been under 25 minutes, but they are cooked. Yeah, so I'm going to drain these off. Right, let's turn that one off. We can turn this one on the front. What we're going to do, pop them back into the pan. What we're going to do is put them on the heat. And what we're going to do is just give them a little quick little kind of mix around. Careful they don't burn. What we're doing is just drying these out before we start mashing. Get that excess water out of there. Right, so let's give this a mash down. What we're going to do is just start adding the buttery milk. There you go. Nice creamy mashed potato. it's flipping good. I'm going to have a little touch more salt though in there. Move these sausages over. I'm just going to take them out. Take them out of the cling film skins. Make sure there's no cling film on there as well, chat. Very important. Right, so I got my butter. Let's get my butter out. I also need to let that pan chill down a little bit, otherwise we'll end up with some very brown butter, which is fine, but you don't want to burn it. I'm going to need to take this off in a second. I'm going to put a little bit of butter. Just going to let this cool down just a touch. I'm going to put some butter in here now. Time for some butter. We're going to leave the butter in the pan. We're just giving it a little basting first, and then we're going to add lemon juice, parsley, and capers to it. It's going to add a nice little finish to it. And what we want is the lemon. So half a lemon in there. Catch the pips. And then we just want the parsley and the capers in there. And then just a few little capers in there. There we go. Magic. Okay. So we should be good to go with that. And then with the excess, hold on a sec. Let me just wipe the side of the pan before we put this back on the stove. With the excess in there, put this back on the stove. In goes your sprouts. And then just a little touch of salt, just to finish it off. I feel like one will be enough. Two seems a little bit overkill. But maybe for some of you folks, possibly. That will be fine. Certainly do not need it. Fish sausage. Instead of pork sausage, onion gravy, and mashed potato, we did fish sausage with creamy mashed potato and sprouts. Finished with butter, capers, lemon, parsley. What a delight. So the fish sausage was actually very straightforward. 3 different types of fish. I use cod. If you want a cheaper option, tilapia is great. Or any kind of white cheap fish you can use, that's fine. So a bit of cod, shrimp, and salmon with 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of parsley, lemon zest, lime zest, and 1 small garlic clove or half a medium-sized garlic clove grated in there. Blend it up into a nice fast. Put into a bowl. Let it rest for about 30 minutes. Then we put cling film over the table. Put the farce in there, dab in your hands with a little bit of water to shape it. Roll it really nice and tight with the cling film. Tie both the ends, and I would recommend foiling them because I feel like the foil will probably give that added protection to stop them bursting out of the cling film. So let them rest again, and then boil them for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the thickness. These ones, 20 minutes. As for the sprouts, we just blanch them off. We cut the bottoms off, and crisscross them so they evenly cook. Blanch them for about 10 to 15 minutes. Still got the color on them, but not overcooked. Added to the last minute with a little bit of butter, the leftover, once we've taken the capers, lemon juice, and butter out. And then a pinch of salt. Mashed potato, straightforward. 2 large russet potatoes or Maris Piper potatoes, maybe 2 or 3, depending on how many you want. And then we did 113 grams or 4 ounces, a stick of butter with 100 ml of milk, which is half a cup, on a low heat, just to melt down. And then the potatoes cooked roughly about 20 to 25 minutes until soft and tender. Take them out, drain them off, put them back in the pan, back on the heat, mix them around until they're nice, light, and fluffy. And then we mash them down with the milk and the butter, and then pretty much taste it, season it, good to go. And then all that was left was searing the sausage after they come out in a little bit of oil, or you can do it in butter straight away. Just careful you don't burn the milk solids, or you can use clarified butter. Finish with lemon juice, capers, parsley, taking them out. And that's pretty much it. That is our fish sausage for today. And this recipe will be on my website tonight. But yeah, it's going to be a very nice little cheeky delight right there. Well, let's get some of this mashed potato on the go as well, shall we? Mashed potato, the citrus flavors. Oh my goodness me. Here we go, chat. Oh my god. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, that works like an absolute little treat. Honestly, I probably prefer this to normal sausage and mash now. Oh my god, this is so good. The citrusy flavors, the butter, the creaminess of the mash, and that beautiful fresh fish with the shrimp, the cod, the salmon. It's really good. Hope you've had a blast with today. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. As I said, it will be on my website tonight, !website, or chefjohnreed.com or cgr.me. I'll be back on Monday tomorrow for some YouTube, !bacon, if you want to go check out the YouTube. Have a safe and awesome weekend, chat. I'll catch up more with you on Monday. I'll post schedule tomorrow night on Discord, Discord if you want to join. And just be good, happy, and safe. And I'll see you on Monday tomorrow for YouTube. Anyway, chat. All the loves. Bye for now, my friends.